Ain't nobody paying for no Trump mystery meat. Not to mention, it don't even look right. It's not even supposed to have that thing on the side right there. What's that on the side? Huh? What's that on the side? Well, let me know something.
I said, hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right.
No, having it shaped like that don't help. That don't help. Don't nobody want no meat shaped like, because then it's going to turn brown too early. You know what I mean? It's all fluffed up in the back for no reason. Don't nobody know what's going on. It's excretions coming from it at nighttime. Don't nobody want that. Don't nobody want that. And the animals themselves have been opposed to this meat. I had a horse walk up to me just out of nowhere and tell me, don't eat the Trump beef. Shout out to all the subscribers and the members here on the channel. Don't forget to like the video, and salute to everybody supporting the channel over at thepeoplesgetup.com. I'm Reese Waters, and this is Street Politics. Now, Trump, we need to holler. We need to holler. Nah, because Halloween is coming up, and I thought we agreed we was doing the catering truck thing. I thought we had agreed we was doing the catering truck thing. It was really iconic, the number of memes that was able to be generated from the catering truck situation. Go ahead and upgrade the presidential limo if that's what we're doing. If you just doing it for fun. Huh? Oh, I know you enjoyed yourself in that food truck. I know you enjoyed yourself in that food truck. You probably done passed out. You probably done passed out in the food truck. Now, there might be a future for you with the food truck. Because I heard they was doing a reboot of Airplane that you will be perfect for. Absolutely. You will be perfect for the reboot of Airplane as soon as they find somebody willing to play OJ. Not to mention the fact that they bringing back a new Titanic. They bringing back a new Titanic, you know, since you got to be on the, you got to be on the survival thing, you know what I mean? Everybody else in the water. They're going to give you a whole new Titanic. And you know what? It works out perfectly because all of the makeup and wigs and stuff that you be putting on a regular basis, you probably don't even got to get in no type of costume or character. You could just go regular. You absolutely can. And since I know you are a businessman, think of the merch ideas. Think of the merch ideas just in time for Halloween. But now I see you going out dressed like Burger King. What is this? Burger King?
We're gonna put first the eggs, then prescription drugs, okay? And now beef. I always get the best deals for America. I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
So you just want to have it your way, just regardless of what everybody else got going on. And how does that even make sense? You seen all the No Kings rallies? But you selling meat now?
Understand steaks. It's my favorite food, and these are the best.
Trump's mystery meat. I ain't paying for no Trump mystery meat. If for no other reason than financial reasons. Because I know you was offering meat for free all throughout the 80s and the 90s, the early 2000s. Anybody that was in a 4-state radius of New York City got offered some meat for free. Ain't nobody paying for no Trump mystery meat. Not to mention, it don't even look right. It's not even supposed to have that thing on the side right there. What's that on the side? Huh? What's that on the side? Well, let me know something.
I said, hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right.
No, having it shaped like that don't help. That don't help. Don't nobody want no meat shaped like, because then it's going to turn brown too early. You know what I mean? It's all fluffed up in the back for no reason. Don't nobody know what's going on. It's excretions coming from it at nighttime. Don't nobody want that. Don't nobody want that. And the animals themselves have been opposed to this meat. I had a horse walk up to me just out of nowhere and tell me, don't eat the Trump beef. A horse, a whole horse. And I really have no idea what a horse's interest in the Trump beef would be. But the cows agree. The cows agree. I had, yep, them same cows. Eat more chicken. Eat more chicken. They sure enough did. They sure enough did. Warned me and told me that beef's grades was bad as yours. That beef's grades was bad as yours when you was in school. That's exactly it. It sure enough is.
Still walking that piece of beef.
The Daily Delusional. Trump sells out American cattlemen to buy Argentinian beef. Where's the beef? Well, as we all know, it's not from America. Trump, is this what you got going on?
I'm going for a job right now at McDonald's. I really wanted to do this all my life, and now I'm going to do it.
It's going to be the Argentinian beef that was just rejected by China for being laced with neurotoxic and carcinogenic antibiotics, isn't it? Anytime I've ever been asked a question during this administration, is it the worst of the options? It's literally always the worst of the options.
Choice is yours. Exile or death.
President Donald Trump said the United States will allow up to 300,000 metric tons of product for ground beef to be imported over the next 3 months without being subject to out-of-quota tariffs. What you mean by product? I mean, I know some people uptown got some product, but they ain't selling it as beef.
Bun. Where's the beef?
Some hamburger places give you a lot less beef on a lot of bun.
Where's the beef?
Trump also said we have a commitment that this beef will be sold at 25% below current market prices. Trump will formally sign an executive order on the tariff waiver for beef trimmings imports within the next 2 weeks, according to the White House. Now, Trump, I got a quick question. So you said you're allowing the import of 300,000 metric tons of product of something. From where? Check the from in the corner. Just read the from, because you got to put that at the front.
Mr. President, on that beef deal, which countries did you make that deal with? What are the sources of the beef deal?
I don't want to say which countries, but there are a few countries, but they're going to be sending in the highest quality beef, and it's something that we need.
You don't want to say which countries. I don't even eat no meat if I don't know what store it came from. You want me to not know what country it came from? That's what we doing? We got to ask the cows. Hey, homie, what set you claim?
Let me get a roast beef sandwich, but hold the beef because I don't like the violence.
The tariff relief is for ground beef. The U.S. normally imports beef, blends it with domestic beef, and grinds it in the United States. But this is for already ground beef. Donald Trump wouldn't say where it's from. Argentina was mentioned today, but not necessarily as a source for the ground beef. Argentina has had issues in the past with chloramphenicol in the beef, which is prohibited in the United States for animal consumption due to risks of a fatal blood disorder for humans. Okay, can we at least get some assurances that, because we would be depending on Trump's FDA. Wow. When you put it that way, we can't really be assured of anything under this administration now, can we? No, well, we learned that early.
Delicious beef tenderloins, very special beef. And I want you all to know that Bobby Kennedy, who's right here, personally ran over the cow in his car.
Trump plans to temporarily loosen beef tariffs and import more ground beef to lower grocery prices. American cattle groups are furious. America First apparently means importing cheap beef when the polling starts smelling like burnt steak. Hey, Trump, that polling been burnt. That polling been burnt. Hey, that polling is tougher than the well-done steaks that I be eating in public, shaking the whole table and everything. That's how tough your polling is right about now. Ain't no saving that.
There's the beef. Now it looks like a pile of
America has a beef problem. The cattle herd is near a 75-year low. That helps explain high beef prices. Trump's solution, temporarily allow up to 300,000 metric tons of cheaper ground beef imports. The goal, lower prices for consumers. The complication, high cattle prices are also the incentive ranchers need to rebuild the herd. Cheaper imports may reduce that incentive. Economists also question whether the import volume is large enough to significantly lower grocery prices. The policy question, are we lowering today's beef price by weakening tomorrow's beef supply? Hey, I got a comment. So you said that it's enough beef to lower beef prices, but not enough beef to substantially affect supply. Well, that just sounds like a lose-lose now, don't it?
Hey, good morning, guys. Sean here. I'm not sure about the rest of you, but as a cattle farmer, cattle producer, or cattle rancher, whatever title you want to give us, I can't believe that President Trump and Secretary Rollins just kicked us in the teeth yesterday by saying that they're going to import foreign beef here into the United States. This plan that he's actually talking about, you can go and look for yourself. The Cattlemen Association at the national level, every state is coming out totally against it. And it's 100% because it's not going to have any real effect on prices of beef in the grocery store. The reality of it is the packers control everything. Until we address the 4 packers and how they control everything, we're doing absolutely nothing. Mr. President, your decision is going to run ranchers like myself and others. We don't make any difference. We big or small. You're going to run us out of business, and we will never, ever be able to rebuild the herd. Right now, as everyone knows, the herd is the smallest it's ever been. But with this action for the next 90 days, what it's doing is pushing down the price of beef that we sell to the sale barn that ultimately goes to your table. This action that the president is doing is not doing anything to help the American people. He thinks it is. I wish he would listen to the Cattlemen Association and others that understand agriculture, because the reality of it is right now, what this is happening to us is straight up bush. There's no other way to do it. So I just want to clearly put out there, I'm totally against it. I'm going to fight every day for our farmers, fight every day for our ranchers, because somebody got to get to DC that understand agriculture and going to stand with agriculture. Because right now, if we continue on this path, we're going to run agriculture and run cattlemen completely out of business. Guys, thank you for all your support. Look forward to talking to you out there on the trail. But this, I couldn't even sleep last night.
And you know what, Trump? It's not just the ranchers that are mad. The bodybuilders mad too. No, the bodybuilding community, the bodybuilding influencers are very upset.
The latest thing the government is going to tell you, you have to accept, here it is. You're going to eat foreign ground beef and you're going to like it. And they're telling you that it's going to lower beef prices. You talk about America last. That's about as America last as you can get. When the President of the United States is undercutting our own ranchers, our own beef farmers, Americans who are trying to raise their cattle under the smallest herds since 1951, trying to raise their cattle under a New World screwworm threat. And now they're having to compete against foreign countries who have been guaranteed by the president that it's 25% less than the market price. This is outrageous. Republicans were elected in 2024 for one reason, and it was for Make America Great Again. And the key word in that 4-word statement is America. Government intervention like this, subsidizing foreign beef imports, is one of the most repulsive things that I've seen out of this administration, and I cannot believe it.
This morning, Trump proudly announced a deal to lower beef prices by reducing quotas and tariffs on imported beef, but that's also an admission that tariffs increase prices paid by American consumers. If removing tariffs lowers prices, then imposing them must have raised prices. You thought we wasn't going to notice? You thought we wasn't going to notice? Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. But you were right with MAGA. They don't notice nothing. They don't notice nothing. So they're going to be none the wiser for the thing you did right in front of everybody's face.
Well, folks, let's talk about this imported beef that Trump is talking about. This So Texas. Paul, hope your coffee is as good as mine. Hell, I hope it's better. I really do. I was out reading the obituaries this morning. Disappointed again. So I decided to do a little bit more reading, and I went back and touched on the 2025 project, one more time. And because everything about this beef just kind of was jogging my memory, and sure enough, there it is, spelled out in Project 2025, that the Heritage Foundation, the right-wingers put together a roadmap for this administration is to cause food insecurity so that you will be desperate enough for them to destroy regulation.
Now that is interesting. The idea of food insecurity and it being baked into the Republicans' plans in association with Project 2025 is definitely not a new one. And we've seen a lot of moves in that direction. But if you want to say the idea is to eliminate regulations, well, they just unilaterally do that all by themselves now, don't they? We certainly can't poo-poo that motivation. Now, this may be the one that we're holding on to, the last vestige. But when they are occupying the FDA, well done, MAGA. Well done. And no, I don't mean that steak that you can finally afford.
He said the steak company, and we have Trump steaks. And by the way, if you want to take one, we'll charge you about, what, $50 a steak? Now,
the dark side of this announcement is that they want to put Texas ranchers out of business so they can use their land for data centers. It's the same thing they're doing to farms. Aha! That is what's been happening to farms, which brings us to the FAFO portion of the program, because we've been here repeatedly when it comes to the American farmer. Now, haven't we? Yet here we are. 92% of cattle ranchers in America voted for Trump. He just bankrupted them all. I guess they're not financially motivated.
92% of ranchers voted for this man. Just to be clear, the one who just sold you out another 300,000 metric tons of beef that we're going to import with no tariffs, 25% below the market value. How does that help our ranchers? How does that help our farmers? I'm confused. It's giving screwworm beef is a bigger deal than we thought. Furthermore, when he floods the market, it's a mystery where it's coming from. He refuses to tell anybody where this mystery meat's coming from. I cannot wait to see how Ken Paxton and Greg Abbott managed to somehow spin this to Texas farmers.
And Lord knows Ken Paxton needs all the help he can get. I mean, he has needed it for quite some time. I have no idea why Texas allowed this man to continue to represent them. But then again, they continue to trot out the Cowboys. So, I can't give you pride.
Well, the Dallas Cowboys' slim hopes of winning the division have gone from slim to almost none.
GOP lawmakers criticized Trump's beef import plan amid blowback from ranchers. House and Senate Republicans criticized President Trump's decision to suspend tariffs on ground beef imports, with lawmakers from agricultural states decrying the impact Trump's decision will have on farmers. Nebraska GOP Senators Deb Fischer and Pete Riiiiight said in separate posts on X that Trump's decision was unwise.
I mean, I'm a smart person. It's this. It's not my salesmanship. It's what? This. You know what that is?
Senator Tim Sheehy of Montana also cited the hardships American cattle farmers would face as a result of the president's decision and referred to conversations he's had with Trump about the issue. Rep. Ashley Henson, who's running for Senate and received Trump's endorsement in the race, also panned his announcement, writing on X, "I want to lower prices, but this is a bad idea." Senator Chuck Grassley of Iowa wrote in his custom shorthand on X, USA cattlemen should always be put first through America First policies. Well then, I can say to all of the GOP reps that weighed negatively on this, yeah, well, you know what can lift your spirits. You just have to reflect upon the many times that Trump has done the right thing by other folks, potentially at his own expense. You have to reflect upon the selflessness of the man and thinking, about the likelihood of him coming to save you. Good luck with that. Hey, make sure y'all pack heavy. Make sure y'all take you some beef. Take you some beef with you.
Brother,
From Merryweather Farms, betrayal. Merryweather Farms. I know that ain't who I think it is. That ain't Dear President Trump, we love you, we support you, Merryweather Farms, is it? That ain't to the unhinged leftists wishing that we go out of business for supporting Trump. We regret to inform you that our sales are up 108% this week, Merryweather Farms, is it? Can't be. Can't be. That can't be, Dear POTUS Trump, we love you and support you, but your suggestion to buy beef from Argentina to stabilize beef prices would also be an absolute betrayal of the American cattle rancher. Oh, it is that Merryweather Farms. Wow. Well, isn't this just appropriate?
See, as you can see, the more you around, the more you're going to find out.
Hey, Merryweather Farms, I got something for you. It's some MAGAs in your comments that's here to pick up your spirits. Okay, of course, it's a lot of centrists, a lot of leftists, a lot of liberals, a lot of never Trumpers that you getting ate up. You getting ate up right now in the comments. We could do a whole drag you. We could do Unleash the Dragon right now. Okay, and we might, but it's some MAGAs in there for you.
Yes, yes, yes.
Ranchers and beef processors have purposely kept cattle herds at historic lows, which results in the cost per pound of beef to skyrocket. Now they're upset Trump has responded by opening up a pathway for cheap foreign beef to enter the market. Increase your herds, dummy. Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot. They don't allow any opposition to Trump, regardless of how factual your experience might be or instructive for other people. They don't allow any deference from Trump. Sorry, Merryweather Farms.
No, no, no.
But if it makes you feel better, this is the exact same energy that you was giving to people about the big, beautiful bill. Right back at you.
You gonna learn today.
From the National Cattlemen's Beef Association, no cow-calf producer in America is asking for increased imports, undercutting American farmers and ranchers with inferior product from foreign competitors, does nothing to create market confidence or encourage rebuilding the herd. National Cattlemen's Beef Association. You seen your mentions? You seen your mentions? Huh? Oh, yeah, they brought up that thank you, President Trump. America's farmers and ranchers stand with you to pass the one big, beautiful bill that he rammed through against the wish. Yes. Yeah. You getting ate up. Matter of fact, we might give you the second half of that Unleash the Dragon. They doing you so filthy.
They're about to drag you. They're about to drag you. In these comments. In these comments. In these comments. Oh, they're about to drag you. Hey!
Pull yourself up by the bootstraps and stop asking for government handouts. That would be the honorable thing to do. That would be the honorable thing to do. Yeah. You know, hey, be the change that you want to see. Huh? Bootstraps. If anybody got bootstraps, y'all should have bootstraps, okay? Don't act like you don't know where they are.
We've tried to lay to the White House that it does not have the effect that they hoped it would. Anytime you interfere with these markets and push those off, the only people that are going to make money is the big packers and the retailers. There's no guarantee they pass that along to the consumer. And it has a big ripple effect in the chain the other way, down the chain for the ranchers. We're finally seeing some profitable times in ranching and signals that would make us make the herd grow. And then we see these knee-jerk reactions with the government interfering, and it's going to have the opposite effect. I think we've got to stop interfering with a free market system, let the market be the market, and understand beef is high, but everything is high.
Sir, you said everything is high. Everything is high. Not just beef, but everything is high. So the economy is what? Shambles? Who you vote for? Huh? No, I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Who you vote for? Since we going with everything is high. Huh?
It's relative to me. You know, you look at a $6.50 pound of ground beef, and what's a box of cereal cost? $15?
Did you say cereal is $15? What you eating, Gold Flakes?
Or a latte? I think it's really disheartening that the administration wants to continually attack the cattle side of things when everything's high, and we get that, but why go after the cattle sector? And when we finally become profitable, to have the government shake it down just because we want food prices to get cheaper doesn't sit very well. My question is, when we're not profitable, then what does the government do to prop us up? And we don't want that. The industry, none of the ranchers that you deal with or I deal with, we don't want the government running it. We want a free market system that works. Just give us a fair shake. Let competition do its thing, and supply and demand will do it. And we always end up overproducing. I can say that out loud because history tells us. And that's when we'll see these prices come down, is when we overproduce again.
Sir, I just wanted to jump in right here. So you're saying that these moves won't have the intended effect, but they will on you. They will devastate you, but do nothing to achieve the aims that we're looking for long term. In other words, just a massive historic level of incompetence on display, affecting the American people. Who you vote for? Huh? This you? Won't have the intended effect? Really? Because so much has.
Tariff Tantrum says, I concluded a deal to substantially lower the price of ground beef for working American families. As everyone knows, under President Joe Biden, beef prices soared. Oh, watch this. Under Joe Biden, we had our own beef. Under Joe Biden, we didn't need to import 300,000 metric tons of beef from foreign nations. Under Joe Biden, beef was 25% less expensive. Under Joe Biden, ranchers thrived, Americans filled jobs, and Americans bought domestically raised beef. America first, right?
I bet y'all miss Uncle Joe, huh? We missing Uncle Joe? Huh? Probably want to delete some tweets that we posted. Yeah, we sure enough do. Well, you know what? Hunter is on X. You can hit him up. I'm sure he'll be sensitive to the whole thing.
And as it relates to Donald Trump, fuck him. Fuck his sons. His daughter. I mean it. All of them.
You know what won't help American ranchers? Importing a bunch of foreign beef from Tommy Lauren. Tommy. No. You didn't get the email that went out about this? That ain't the party line. Hey, Merryweather Farms, Cattlemen's Association, Tommy, hey, y'all listen to what Trump said you need to believe. That's what you've been doing so far.
The president expects people who are serving in his administration to be loyal to the country and to be loyal to the administration.
From Gunther Eagleman, Trump just cut a deal on ground beef. For the next 90 days, the U.S. will allow up to 300,000 metric tons of ground beef in with no out-of-quota tariff. That beef will be sold at 25% below current market prices. That does two things at once: lowers the price at the grocery store for working families and gives American ranchers breathing room to rebuild the cattle herd that got crushed under Joe Biden. Biden left us with record high beef prices and the smallest herd in modern history. Trump is fixing both. This is how you put Americans first. No, I'm not even going to address Biden left us with record high beef prices and the smallest herd, which is happening now. Like, I don't even, whatever. Hey, he said, what'd he say? He said, he's giving y'all some breathing room. Merryweather Farms, he giving y'all some breathing room. There you go. He giving y'all some breathing room. Cattlemen's Association, he giving y'all some breathing room. There you go. He giving y'all breathing room the way we giving Target breathing room. Yeah, we giving Target breathing room right now. That's what y'all can do. That's what y'all can do. That's what they said you need to believe. That's what they said you need to believe. What's your actual experience got to do with what Trump said you need to believe? Come on.
Believe me.
The ranchers raise their prices through the roof. The only affordable beef is in shares. Then they'll lower their price and use the USDA rule about shares as an excuse. They did this to themselves out of greed, and the USDA shouldn't have been allowed to force consumers to buy half the darn cow to be able to afford it. Trump was so good to you farmers, and you got greedy. Now you say you can't afford to upkeep herds. Then go out of business. You got plenty of relief funds. You're all lying. Hey, that's that MAGA compassion. That's that MAGA compassion and MAGA empathy right there for you on full display. You greedy. He said you're greedy. Hey, imagine hearing you greedy in defense of Trump. I know, hey, Cattlemen's Association, nasty work, right? Nasty work. Merryweather, nasty work. Ain't it nasty work? That's what we've been saying.
You know, somehow, I told you so, just doesn't quite say it.
I ranch with my 85-year-old dad who's been a diehard Trump fan. Whenever I criticize any Trump decision even slightly, he'll get personally offended and won't want to talk about it. So I've avoided voicing my disdain over his attacks on massive spending, ag, etc. when dad is in the room. Today, after the beef import announcement, Dad shook his head sadly and said, you know, I really don't think he gives a darn about anyone who isn't rich, and sure not about ranchers. Never wanted to believe that until today. There wasn't a more stalwart Trump supporter on the planet. Trump is losing the room. Guess what did it? This the one thing that did it. I know you don't want to say nothing, so I'm gonna help you out.
I hate to say that I told you so, because I like to sing it. I told you so.
I need a harmonica just for that. I would literally buy a harmonica just to do that to people. Hey, cue the music.
I told you so.
Trump says we'll be having ground beef imported at 0 tariffs, but suspiciously refuses to say which country. Then, coincidentally, a New York Times investigation revealed that thousands of wild horses were sold by the administration's Bureau of Land Management. These horses have legally lost their protections and ended up in the slaughter pipeline through a bureaucratic loophole. Who wants to bet that the reason Trump refuses to say which country the ground beef is from is because the company who bought the ground horses are making them into ground horse meat sold as ground beef?
What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? What the hell y'all say?
Trump, is Is this true? Tell us something.
I didn't know that. I just, you're telling me now for the first time.
Trump has been a con man his whole life. In a questionable coincidence, the Trump administration announced it was importing ground beef the same day they were exposed for slaughtering our wild horses. Know your meat. He has been pretty consistent in his business practices, if we're being honest about it. He's very consistent.
Now, what's your favorite thing here, Mr. President?
I like it all. It's all good stuff.
Do you
Great American food.
Trump steaks was a failure the first time. Yeah, it was. But I don't know anybody that ate it, so I don't know what that was like. I wouldn't let anybody that bought a Trump steak in my life.
Trump steaks are the best you can give. One bite and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about.
They've recently been rounding up wild horses and sending them to be slaughtered. Now there's all of a sudden meat coming from countries he doesn't want to say. So enjoy your horse meat, everyone. Oh, he is absolutely using horse meat. Hey, tap that. Did it nay or did it move? Hey, I don't know my meats like that. Normally I take it as a badge of honor, but now it's a liability. I don't know. Hey, y'all be careful out there. Hey, what y'all doing?
Recalls on all our food. Now Donald Trump gonna import 300,000 tons of beef into the United States. Come on, sip a little tea with Auntie. Let's talk about it. The major problem that I have with this beef, y'all, when it first started happening in Texas, where them cows was getting sick, baby, I bagged away from beef. I was like, we're gonna eat a select amount of this beef, baby, because they'll tell you one thing and it'll be a whole nother thing going on. So we just gonna slowly back ourselves away from it in my household, baby. Now all of a sudden, you know, we got lack thereof. So he having to reach out to other countries. So when the reporter asked him, Donald Trump, about this beef that's going to be imported, where is it coming from? He said, well, I can put it out there that it's coming from several different countries. I mean, the highest quality of beef, 300 tons, highest quality of beef, it's going to be coming in. But I'm not going to tell you what country it's coming from. What? You're not going to tell me what country that my beef that I'm consuming coming from. Not to mention, if we even eating beef. He keep putting, highest quality of beef. He could very well be mixing beef with some wild horse up together in a recipe with some bioengineered stuff added on into it too. Put it in the pack, snap a price on it, and throw it in our local supermarkets, and we eating whatever it is that they done came up with. Baby. Me, myself, personally, y'all, and this going to help my body anyway because beef takes the longest to digest. I'm going to go on and give me some fish, some chicken, and some turkey. I know my body's still going to crave a little bit of the beef, so we'll sprinkle beef in there from time to time, not something that I just...
You said sprinkle some beef. It better be some old beef. You sprinkle some old beef? Yeah, I sprinkle some old beef.
Just a little bit of sprinkle to my body. Don't need it no more, baby. When during God's times, they ate the fruit of the trees and the fish out the lake, out the river. That's what they ate. They ain't go through all this old extra stuff, getting all these extra things, y'all, and they may very well be part of the problem because these people now bioengineering stuff, creating stuff, sprinkling up in our food, and they wonder why our bodies go through so much stuff with all these cancer cells and high blood pressures and diabetes and all this stuff. Man, it's all the unclean eating and the stuff they put in it to make it taste good, to trick the brain, to make us think that we need it. Like me right now with a headache on my forehead because I need some Coca-Cola. I ain't had Coca-Cola in a couple weeks now, y'all, and I get a caffeine headache no matter what I'm drinking. If I'm drinking coffee or whatever the case may be, if I don't get that Coca-Cola, my head go to hurting. Your body don't supposed to be so dependent on something that it actually start, like you are an addict, like you having withdrawals from something. I'm literally having caffeine withdrawals. That's crazy. I can't wait to continue to work my way through these withdrawals and get this stuff over with, baby. But there's too much going on with our food here currently. Thank y'all for sipping a little more tea with Ain't Tea. Bye, y'all.
Oh, she's smart. She's smart right there. I like her. I like her. Hey, she overqualified to be in the administration. We would listen to her if she was the one making speeches and stuff. I'm with that. Hey, until further notice, Trump, feel free. Transparency is your friend. But of course, y'all never been about that action.